Dana Lynell Stidham was a young woman brimming with potential, having recently graduated from Gravette High School in June 1989. At the age of 18, she stood at the threshold of a promising future. Known for her radiant smile and unwavering happiness, Dana was a favorite among her peers. Her warm-hearted nature and ability to connect with others effortlessly ensured that she had no adversaries. Dana cherished the time spent with her parents, Lawrence and Georgia Stidham, often popping over for a visit since she resided a mere 10 minutes away. Her close relationship with her brother Larry was evident as they lived together during the heartbreaking period of her death. The prospect of a fresh start had Dana brimming with anticipation. She pondered the idea of enrolling in the University of Arkansas to pursue her business aspirations. In order to secure her finances for school, she toyed with the notion of moving back home. On July 25, 1989, Dana's day started off like any other. She headed over to her family's home to take care of some laundry. Little did she know that this seemingly ordinary day would take a turn for the mysterious. Her father, Lawrence, was feeling under the weather and requested her help in picking up some medicine. Dana left her parents' home and made her way to Philip's food store around 3 p.m. It was there that she was last spotted, sporting a white top adorned with red lettering, along with red socks and white tennis shoes. What happened to Dana after that remains a mystery. At 3:17 p.m., Dana was captured on a receipt purchasing Alka-Seltzer, dishwashing soap, and sugar. She exchanged a few words with an older man, believed to be a co-worker, before disappearing. This marked the final sighting of Dana Stidham alive. By 4 p.m., Georgia finally made it back home after a grueling day at work. However, her relief quickly turned into concern when she realized that Dana had not returned yet. This was completely out of her character for Dana, who was always diligent about informing her parents if she was running late. Alarmed, her parents immediately suspected that Dana might have encountered some car trouble. Without a second thought, they embarked on a frantic search, scouring the streets in a desperate attempt to find their daughter. Dana's sudden disappearance left no trace of her or her beloved 1984 Dodge Omni. As the day turned into night, her family's worry deepened, prompting them to report her missing to the Benton County Sheriff's Office. Time was of the essence, and by 9:43 p.m., authorities swiftly issued a "Be on the lookout" alert for Dana and her vehicle, hoping to bring her back safely. On the morning of July the 26th, 1989, Sergeant Karen Myers noticed Dana's car, a gray 1984 Dodge Omni, around 6:30 a.m. while driving to work. The vehicle was located on the southbound shoulder of Highway US 71, opposite Wellington Road, with a pickup truck positioned behind it. Sergeant Myers was still in the dark about Dana's case. After getting briefed, she quickly returned to the location to run the plates on Dana's car. Much to her surprise, the pickup truck that had been parked behind Dana's car earlier had vanished. When investigating the vehicle, officials uncovered a flat left rear tire, the keys left in the ignition, and the driver's side window partially open. The driver's seat had been altered for a taller individual than Dana, suggesting to authorities that someone else had driven the car to that particular spot. No evidence pointed to a physical altercation. Dana's purse was nowhere to be found, but a time-stamped receipt from Phillips Food was located, detailing a purchase of dish soap, sugar, and Alka-Seltzer at 3:17 p.m. Interestingly, despite Arkansas State Troopers' patrols until midnight, Dana's vehicle appeared to have been relocated in the early morning hours. During this period, the police initiated an investigation into Michael McMillan, who happened to be a former classmate of Dana. Despite his affection for Dana, she did not feel the same towards him. McMillan was considered a suspect after witnesses claimed to have seen someone matching his description driving his father's pickup truck that night. Shortly after, McMillan enlisted in the U.S. Navy and left the state for training. Dana's belongings were discovered on August 5, 1989, scattered along Chaucer and Hanover roads. A furry hero, a pet dog, stumbled upon some of the missing items and delightfully brought them back home. The concerned owner wasted no time in alerting the authorities. Soon after, search teams were dispatched to comb through Bella Vista in hopes of finding more clues. It was on September the 16th, 1989, when Wayne T. Grantham, an avid squirrel hunter from the local community, made a chilling discovery: Dana's lifeless body. However, in a rather perplexing move, Grantham chose to withhold this information from the police for an entire day, fearing that it would disrupt his cherished hunting expedition. On the morning of September the 17th, 1989, Grantham reached out to the Benton County Sheriff's Office about the remains. Grantham later admitted to the police that he wished he had informed them immediately upon discovering the remains. The remains had undergone significant skeletonation, making it difficult for authorities to detect any apparent signs of injury. As a result, the question of whether the victim had been assaulted remained unanswered. Along the creek, the intact skull and most of the jaw were uncovered, while bones were found scattered over a 50-foot area. A nick on the left shoulder blade was observed, and authorities retrieved baling twine with unique knots. Duct tape was also present on the victim's clothing, and one of her bra straps had been cut. September the 21st, 1989 marked the day when the medical examiner confirmed that the discovered remains were those of 18-year-old Dana Stidham. Although the death was classified as a homicide, the actual cause of death could not be pinpointed. The exact date of Dana's passing still remains a mystery, leaving her family struggling to come to terms with this heartbreaking detail. October 1989 marked a poignant moment as Dana's friends and family gathered to commemorate her life with a heartfelt memorial service. Later, they found solace in laying her to rest at the tranquil Mount Pleasant Cemetery. Unfortunately, McMillan's absence was deeply felt, as he could not attend the funeral due to being out of state. In February 1990, authorities turned to a hypnotist for assistance after a handful of witnesses came forward showing signs of missing details in their accounts. The findings from the hypnosis sessions have not been revealed to the public. The year was 1996, when authorities finally located the truck driven by Michael McMillan. On that particular evening, McMillan took a polygraph test and denied any involvement in Dana's murder. Yet he left officials scratching their heads with his mysterious statement. "Sometimes I think I did kill Dana, but I know I didn't." The truck was promptly sent to a lab in Texas for testing, and the subsequent findings were promptly shared with the Arkansas Crime Laboratory in Little Rock, Arkansas. The reports indicated a close similarity between the obtained hair samples and Dana's. However, in order to establish a definitive match, a court order was authorized to obtain more hair samples from McMillan. Regrettably, the hair strands lacked the necessary follicle, hindering a complete match. Despite the evidence, the Benton County prosecutor chose not to proceed with the case. Sadly, Dana's case has now gone cold. If you have any details about the unresolved homicide of Dana Lynell Stidham, please reach out to the Benton County Sheriff's Office at 479-271-1008. In my research, I found that Dana does still have some family left. Sadly, I believe this heartbreaking event just wrecked her family. Her father, Lawrence, died in 1999 at the young age of 50. Her brother, Larry, died in 2015 at just 47. And her mother, Georgia, died in 2023 at the age of 73. Thank you for watching, and please tell me what you think below.